Alrighty, guys. It is 3:30 this Friday, December 5th, and it's time to wrap it up for today. And the market is just absolutely going nowhere. Just sloppy. Nothing's happening. So we had a nice little pop in the morning. We looked at traders from the long side of the market. We had a little rundown, the scare you always get. We actually had a little scare before the open as well. In Z period, they ran it hard to the downside right before the open. So two scares today. And then, but support held and we're back up again. And so just the market, doing the market, what the market does. Now, the fact that they haven't, the selling hasn't begun in any big way is a good sign. The news this morning was kind of mixed. The PCA was not bad. The personal income numbers, um, the reaction, pretty much a dud reaction to that thing. So, and consumer sentiment was good. So we have definitely made some progress to the upside. Didn't quite make it up to that 69.15 level, but that CD run to the upside, that was a pretty good run and then complete reversal. So we're right back to value at 68.80. And where is 68.80? That's just this attractor we had there before. So yeah, pretty much at value. So I would say that this you can call this a small move out of the middle. Hang on. Like there, we can call this guy a small move out of the middle, and we are still extending to the upside. So right now we are at this attractor at 68.80, and chances are we're going to stick around there. We may see a grind to the upside. I doubt we're going to see a much movement going into the close. Probably going to be sitting here flopping around like this going into the close this Friday. We're getting into holiday season, so it feels like the volume is kind of tapering off a bit. But buying it is looking to buy weakness has worked pretty good today. It's been a primarily range bound day. No, so it's let me see. So there we have it. So the news, so the trades I took today on the ES. If I go back here, a couple of trades here on the ES. I had one long go with type of trade. I had a short trade. This was a loser. That one cost me some money. And I worked it back here in the mean, a couple of trades. And I had it, and I did take a trade. I was up like $5 on that. And I took one trade, a go with tape. When they started taking out the midpoint here, it felt very much like they were trying that. So it's kind of got, they got me caught on this one, but it looked to me like they had a shot at taking this higher, where it was right after that London close, or sorry, the 130 update. I tried a long trade on the pullback against that mode on the prior bar, and it just turned into nothing. It was I had I think a shot of scratching it if I wanted to, but it's I was holding out. I tightened up my stops, so I didn't lose much money on that thing, but you know, that was down like $11 on that thing, or 15. I think I lost on the whole trade. And then I had to work it back. So I took one short trade here for a small winner, and I took a one long. Well, this was a long trade here for a short winner that was against the low, and a short trade against the high for a short winner, for a small winner. And this is just basically fading the edges. So it's nothing weird with it. It's as you see that you have a rotation, you have rotation. So when you get close to that prior rotation, just you buy it, and you're prepared to fade a little bit of heat. We got a little bit of heat, and then started tracing, and as you started tracing, you take a little bit of profit out of it. Now, if you can sit to it a little bit further, you can see a rotation all the way back to the other side. In this case, it worked pretty good, but you don't have to do that. Just take a little bit, because right off the edge, you have a pretty good certainty, but then you can potentially get caught. If they're going to keep going, you could get caught on the way down there. But it's just a matter of how much you want to get out of the trade. If you go to break even aggressively, you have a shot at just sitting in it and see how far you can get. Same thing on the way up here, the short trade against this upper level, and that was about it. So I'm up about $1.25 right now. I'm on the positive, on 8 round turn, so a bit commission negative, right? And then on the Nasdaq, it's same story there. Nice run up here. They were up here above that 800. Now they are right back below it. So they're trading in that right about that edge. They're trading right at this area. They were up here flirting with that congestion area, and they're right back down again. And they're pretty much back to the midpoint. So on this prior distribution, so we'll see if they can make if something's going to happen going into the close here. But I would start off range bound in the Nasdaq as well. I think it's going to stay range bound going into the close. I would start off range bound, and I would favor the long side going into the open on Monday. So, I mean, at this point, this is just sloppy. So if you're going to trade this, that's the way you need to trade it. Just fade the edges back to the mean, or fade the edges for a little bit on each edge. and then just keep scalping it in and out. You get a few more round turns. You had to pay a lot more in commissions, but it's a day like this. You have no follow through anywhere. So you get a little bit of a reversal on an edge, and then that's about it. If you get the whole reversal, great. If you don't, you don't want to get stuck in it. So there you have it. So Nasdaq, same story there. They ran it down They would run it down to the 650s. And adjust these edges a little bit, but it looks like the bulls definitely had a better part of the day, at least in the beginning, and the bears kind of took some back here going into the close. So I think they are flopping around right now. So I'm probably going to stop trading this. These last two trades, I was down $11, and I figured I think this sucked. There's a stupid trade on the ES. And well, it's not necessarily a bad trade. It just didn't work, and because I was patient on that one, I didn't just buy the pop and then try to get. I was very, very systematically trying to buy the little small pullback, and then it didn't work. So I had to work that back. 2 more trades, and that's it. So 8 round turns on the ES, 8 on the Nasdaq. I'm up $47 or so total. All right, so that's those two, and then look comes to the bonds. So I would start the range bound going into the overnight Sunday, Monday, and I would favor the long side on both of those two. On the bond side of things, this is not a great sign, by the way. So the bond market is trading lower going into next week. Next week, we get in the Fed meeting announcement. The bond market is trading higher. So even if they're going to get a Fed rate cut, the bond prices are going down and rates are going up. So it's kind of reverse to what you would expect. So interesting what's going on there. But right now, below the 116, we are looking at the rotation back to the 114 level. So we are taking out this ledge right now. We're heading lower down to that 114. So stay on a short shot on the bonds. Look to sell strength at this point against that single print 23s, against the 4-letter edge at 26s, and then of course up to that level the 116s rotations down. Above 116, we'll take off the short buyers and go back range bound. All right, so that's kind of where we are. So this Friday, December 5th, we got another 19 days before we hit Christmas. So there you go, guys. If you're going to freak out, this is the time to do it. If everything starts happening. Volume is kind of downside on the ES. We had, what, 1 million contract. It's not too bad. It's not a whole lot. So, but, I'm going to start. It's going to be like that holiday type trading. Anyway, we'll wrap it there, guys. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on a Monday. We'll go at this again. Ready, guys, later.